Hello everyone. This presentation is going to describe adaptive learning technology. More specifically, this presentation will describe the adaptive learning technologies of Macmillan Science and Education. And hopefully this presentation will give an overview of why these technologies are important, and hopefully will inform educators in how to use these technologies effectively to improve learning outcomes in their classroom. So just in general, we're going to go over adaptive learning technologies, but focus a little more specifically on Macmillan Science and Education, what they have to offer, and how it can be applied in the classroom. First and foremost, it is important to understand what exactly is adaptive learning. For most educators, this concept is likely well understood, although maybe by different terms. For instance, it may be referred to as differentiated learning, individualized learning, or individualized instruction. But essentially, it is recognizing that learners are unique. They learn uniquely and often at different paces. There's a good review paper by 11 and other authors in 2016 that describes how adaptive learning really can be used to improve student outcomes by recognizing that they learn at different paces, they learn differently, and recognizing the differences in learners can help to individualize instruction and make the instruction more effective. To give just a little overview of Macmillan Science and Education, it is a company that traditionally has been associated probably with the production of educational materials such as textbooks, but much more recently has been focused on a wide variety of educational technologies. They have merged with Springer Science and Business Media to form Springer Nature. A lot of folks may be familiar with them in reviewing online peer-reviewed journals and being a distributor of that information, but through a partnership with Walters Kluwer Health, they also have made possible an adaptive learning suite of technologies known as PrepU, and that's where we're going to focus a little bit more on in this presentation. PrepU is essentially a technology that allows a greater level of individualized instruction than previously available. Basically, it is a technology that allows for adaptive quizzing. So this is basically a means by which student progress on quizzes or other information is monitored in real time, the information provided to the instructor, and it's used to guide both future testing of students in preparation for exams or that sort of thing, and also for helping instructors to develop more targeted lesson plans to guide instruction based upon what the student has mastered, and also understanding the areas the students need to focus more on. Why should this be used in your classroom? There's a number of different reasons that this PrepU has been effective. Most notably, it's been used on the NCLEX exam, and so it's just a system of adaptive quizzing by which students are provided access to online quizzes to improve their preparation for an exam. The NCLEX is an exam used by many states to license healthcare professionals, most notably registered nurses. So the NCLEX exam is typically used to determine if a candidate for a registered nurse license should be licensed or not. And through a lot of universities have started using PrepU to help students prepare for that, to allow them to use a system of guided quizzes to understand what they know, and for subsequent quizzes and instructional efforts to be based upon how the student has performed on that exam. The NCLEX is one exam, but I think this could be used in a lot of different ways. particularly on a number of standardized tests. It can be used to better guide teaching strategies, to improve outcomes, and even on other sorts of exams, maybe AP exams or other sorts of things. If you have a system by which students can test their knowledge, and the system adapts to what the student knows or what the student doesn't know, it can guide future testing, but also help inform educators on how to better prepare future lessons and ultimately improve learning outcomes. There's some more information available online. A number of different authors have looked at adaptive learning technologies and how they can improve student outcomes.